everyone, my name is Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am bringing you guys my Kindle Unlimited TBR. So I'm essentially going to be talking about all of the books that I have currently borrowed off of the service, and Kindle Unlimited lately has been letting people borrow up to 20 books, whereas in the past you've only been allowed to borrow 10 books. So I think I have like 16 or 17 titles to talk about today. I got this idea to talk about my Kindle Unlimited TBR from when I recently made my Kindle Unlimited favorites video. I'll link that up in the cards above if you want to hear me talk about, I think, the 12 or so books that I have read off of the service recently that I just absolutely adored. I really love how that video came out. And so I thought it would be cool to talk about books that I'm really looking forward to reading off of this service. I have been very happy with my Kindle Unlimited experience so far. By the way, if you're curious about what this service actually is, I'm going to link some information down below for you all. But yeah, let's just go ahead and jump in. So the first book that I have is Rush by Candy Steiner. I've had this checked out for a couple of months at this point. I don't know why I haven't jumped into it because the premise sounds so good. I have read a couple of books by Candy Steiner and I really enjoyed them, so I don't know what's stopping me, but it says a mix of Greek meets Gossip Girl with a dash of Friends. It says it's written like your favorite drama television show. I have heard that it reads kind of like a reality TV show and kind of reads like TV episodes. So I am really looking forward to reading this because I personally love these like teen / new adult soap opera type shows. Next up we have The Lineup by Megan Quinn. And this is book 3, I believe, in her Brentwood Boys series. There's a couple of reasons why I'm really excited for this series in particular. One, I've been meaning to check out Megan Quinn for a really, really long time at this point. I've heard that she writes fantastic rom-coms. I've also been meaning to read more baseball romances. And yeah, this series just sounds really fun. I know Bree from In Love and Words has really been enjoying this series and just really enjoying Megan Quinn in general. Next up we have Perfect Matcha by Erin McClellan. So Erin McClellan is a novella author. I've read 2 of her novellas at this point and loved both of them, so I just kind of want to read more from her. This is technically a part of, what is this, the Bold Brew series, but it's a series of books that are each written by a different author. So I really wanted to read this one in particular because it is written by Erin McClellan. This is a male-male romance. We have our main character, Theo. He needs a date for an ex-boyfriend's wedding, and so he turns to his best friend, Camden, to be a matchmaker for him. But little does he know that Camden has actually been in love with Theo like half of their lives. So sounds like a really good, angsty, friends to lovers romance. So the next book is also a novella. This is Truth or Dare by Danielle Allen. This is a novella that I've heard so many people just rave and rave about. Jess from Peace Love Books in particular, I know this is probably one of her favorite novellas ever at this point. And all I really know about this one is that it is a friends to lovers, but it sounds like these 2 characters, I believe their names are Kingston and Simone, that they can't really be together basically because they don't want to ruin their friendship and they don't want to ruin their whole friendship group by potentially being in a relationship and then breaking up later on. And it sounds like the whole story centers around this game of Truth or Dare that is happening at a destination wedding that they're all attending. So it just sounds like a really good time. It also sounds like it's got great summery vibes as well. Next up, we've got yet another novella. Are we seeing a theme here? I'm definitely on a novella kick for sure. This is Return to Me by Lucy Darling. This is going to be my first novella by her, and the premise immediately drew me in because it sounds like it's a marriage in trouble kind of story. It says, when I got my twin sister to pretend to be me, I thought I got a head start on the running part. I should have known that my new husband, Victor Wolf, wouldn't be far behind. Maybe some part of me did know. Yeah, it sounds like she's on the run from her husband, but maybe she wants him to catch her. So that sounds like a fun time to me. Next up, we have 2 really short novellas that are a part of Cassie Mint's Twin Swap novella series. I've read the first 2 novellas in this little series and I just kind of want to finish it out, so I'm going to read the last 2 novellas pretty soon. The first one is called Fake Model. It sounds like, it says, when my twin sister books the modeling job of her life, she's on cloud 9, then she breaks her arm. So it sounds like the 2 twins end up switching jobs, so the main character has to pretend to be a model where her twin sister has to pretend to be a maid. And so this one is about the twin pretending to be a model, and then the other one, I believe is called Fake Maid, is going to be about the twin who's pretending to be a maid. I'm sure you got the gist of that. But yeah, I mean, Cassie Mintz novellas are just really fun. They kind of remind me a bit of Jessa Kane, although I personally enjoy Jessa Kane's novellas a bit more, but they're still a fun time, you know? Speaking of Jessa Kane, I have 2 novellas checked out from Kindle Unlimited that I cannot wait to read. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. The first one is Hefty. This is one of her big boy romances where the heroes are bigger men or plus size, however you want to refer to them. This one is actually written about a couple that are in high school. I believe both main characters are 18, so they both are adults, but I did want to point that out in case you were kind of weirded out by that. But yeah, it sounds like it's a romance between Zach, who is an offensive lineman for their high school's football team, and then the heroine is a cheerleader at the same high school. So it's gonna be fantastic. I've heard so many people just rave and rave and rave about this one. And then the other Jessa Kane novella that, oh my god, I am just so excited about, because this one was literally released like this past week, I believe, like a few days ago, and that is My Coach, My Stalker. You guys know that I can't get enough of Jessa Kane's stalker romances, and so when I saw that she just came out with another one, I immediately downloaded it. I'm just gonna read the synopsis. It says, "My diving trainer Everett has coached me all the way to the Olympics. Now I'm competing on a world stage for a gold medal, but when we arrive in Tokyo, my technique is off. I'm restless, aching, and I can't pinpoint why. But Everett knows exactly what I need to get my concentration back." Sold. So next up we have Budding Romance. This is a sapphic historical romance, and this is by Laura Kinsey. It sounds like this author writes mainly historical romance novellas, so if I really enjoy this one, I'm definitely going to check out more from her. All I really know about this one is that it's between a gardener and a headmistress. That's all I really need to know. Samantha from Books with Samantha recommended this one, so I really hope that I enjoy it as well. Next up we have Craving Flight by Tamsin Parker. This is a novella. It's a longer novella though. It's just about like 180 pages. And it's about our main character. She's 37 and single. She is an Orthodox Jew. The plot for this one just sounds so interesting. It says her increasing religiosity and need for kink may have broken up her first marriage, but she's decided it's time to try again, and the rabbi's wife has just the man in mind. And it sounds like our other main character is the neighborhood butcher, and it sounds like he's also a grumpy hero. So that sounds really good. I also like that it centers around slightly older main characters, given that it sounds like both of them are in their like mid to late 30s. So I'm interested to check this one out. I believe I heard Jen from the Book Refuge recommend this one a while back. Next up we have Whipped by Jenica Snow. I've been meaning to check out Jenica Snow for a while now because she writes primarily novellas, and I just want to get a sense of her writing style. This one sounds really adorable because it sounds like we have a hero who is a baker, and then our heroine who frequently goes to his bakery and tends to spend a lot of time there, whether it be studying or doing work, things like that. And so he's kind of developed a crush on her over time, and so one day he finally decides to actually talk to her. This also features a plus-sized heroine. We are here for that. Next up we have Apartment Threesome. This is by Parker Hayes. This is an FFM romance. So the basic premise is that we have best friends and roommates. Their names are Danica and Joy. They've been looking for a subletter for the summer, and this gorgeous guy, Alex, answers the ad. And so yeah, it sounds like there's a polyamorous relationship going on. Sounds like a really fun time. Next up we have Scarlet Angel, which is book 3 in the Mind F series by St. Abbey. This is a 5 novella series about Lana, our main character, who is a serial killer. She has been slowly but surely killing off all of the men that did something really traumatic to her 10 years before the novella started. And then it's a romance with this guy Logan, who is an FBI agent who specifically investigates serial killers. So yeah, lots of drama from the start, right? For some reason, this is a series that I can't really binge. I've seen a lot of people in like the romance community just binge all 5 novellas at once, and I can't really do that. I think it's because the subject matter is so heavy, but at the same time, it's expertly written. I think it's absolutely genius, and I love the romance between Lana and Logan for sure. So next up, we have something quite different. This is Feed. By Aveda Weiss. I should have looked up how to pronounce their name before filming this, but sorry. So this is a really short novella. It's like 40 to 50 pages. And it is a paranormal romance. It's actually a female non-binary erotic romance between a succubus and a death's head hawk moth fairy. That sounds really intriguing. I have actually read a series all about a succubus before, so that immediately drew me in, and I've heard a lot of people rave about this series because there's 2 novellas out so far. So we have 2 books left to talk about. The next one is Evil Twin by Katie Wilde. I am so excited for this one, and I'm so excited to finally check out Katie Wilde. But the premise just immediately drew me in. It says, Bane should have been king, but he was born 4 minutes too late. Though it was Bane who led armies to victory against the scourge of the undying, now he must watch as his undeserving twin claims yet another throne through marriage to a princess of a neighboring kingdom, a kingdom that Bane had saved. That throne should be his, so he'll take it. All Bane must do is deceive his twin's innocent bride. Once he tricks her into bed, the bride and her kingdom will be his. And if that doesn't draw you in like it did me, I don't know what will. Last but certainly not least, we have Not So Nice Guy by R.S. Gray. So I have read one other book by R.S. Gray. Can't even remember what that one was called. But that was like 2 years ago at this point. I really enjoyed it, but for some reason I just haven't been motivated to pick up any of her other works. But I did really recently read a novella by her just called The Beach, and that was just a really great friends to lovers, steamy romance novella, and so I decided that I wanted to check out more of her full-length novels. And so this one, Not So Nice Guy, came highly recommended from a lot of romance booktubers that I follow. It's kind of hard to know where to start with R.S. Gray just because she has so many books in her backlist and they're all standalones. But this one sounds like it's going to be a fantastic friends to lovers romance between 2 teachers. Yeah, I believe in the premise. It says that these 2 friends have a very like Jim and Pam style friend zone thing going on. So yeah, that sounds like it's gonna be a really good time. All right, so that's going to be it for all the books that I have currently checked out off of Kindle Unlimited. I would love it if you would leave a comment down below if you also have KU and if you have recommendations for me, or if you want to tell me some of your absolute favorite reads that you've gotten off of KU. I always love getting recommendations from you guys. And yeah, with that being said, I would love it if you would leave a like and subscribe, and I thank you so much in advance if you do, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!